this around. Let's get over here towards the sun. There was just some deer playing right over in this area, so we're not going to disturb them. Wow, the uneven bench. Welcome, whoever's in. First in, you get firsties. There's a fence over there, so I don't know where those deer went. It's like a 5-foot fence. I guess they ran down the tree line. But this is what it looks like in the daytime at this cemetery. This is some new parts, some new stones, and mixed with some old stones. You can tell this guy right here has been here for a century. You could just tell by looking at it. Singleton Sewell, son of J.C. and S.E. Browder. And Browders were pretty much the founders of this county. Anyway, died 1941, 1943. There's the intermix, 43, 2000, 2010. I've been out here before during the night, had to use a light, but I'm pretty sure that something followed me from here to the other location where I always go shoot. And that's what I'm investigating at this point. We're going to follow the tire tracks down. Wow. That looks like the king and queen on a chessboard. Let's see what they say. To the memory of Sarah Tyler of John Hill, born February 6, I'm guessing 1875. No. Died around, holy crap, 1866. So it had to have been 1775. Thoughts of good through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear. Yeah, we all know that one. John Hill. So this is probably husband and wife. January 1st, 1807, I'm guessing. Died 1879. Well done, good, faith, fun, servant. Earlier to and into the joy of thy land. That's as close as I could read it. But that's the hill. Okay. Here's another hill. Not quite as tall. Sarah E. Hill, born December 13, 1840, died February 19th, 1904. Man, this thing is ancient.
Look at that. That's above ground?
That's an above ground grave. Yes, it is.
Wow.
That's what do they call those?
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, let me turn live chat on. I got the live chat on, so I'm gonna have to remember to frame everything up on the right side. Hey, Bill Cooper, Patriot. An above ground grave, and it doesn't look like it's doing so well. I am holding my camera completely level. Wolfie Gladly in the house. Welcome, brother. I think that's a first. But anyhow, man, there's been some strange shit going around here in the woods in the Sam Houston National Forest, and I'm not the only one documenting it. But my path all started with coming here and finding out what was going on, and whatever was going on followed me out of these woods. I'm going to go deeper than I've ever gone before because I've only been here at night. So I'm going to walk down the road. Okay, I'll walk slow. We got concerned citizen mom with us. You guys make sure and keep commenting so I can see your comments, because otherwise I have to touch the screen. Man. There is a mixture of old and new graves, although it does seem that there is like an older part. Like, look at this little bitty marker right here. Hi, Margaret. Man, this is the tiniest marker. It doesn't even have any markings left on it. It says, let me feel it with my finger.
They're all supposed to.
It says IEH. That's what I feel. LEH or IEH. That's a tiny marker, and it's right in front of this one.
Some of them are so black.
Yeah, these things are not well maintained. Maybe it's sacrilegious to come out here and clear these off. Jeannie Elizabeth. It's so hard to read the rest of it. I can't even read it. But let's go down here. Trees, man. Laden with moss. I mean, creepy graveyard all around. Here's a marker that's just laid on the ground. It apparently was buried and was unearthed. Who knows what knocked that up? But it could have been whatever the fuck chased me out of here. That was probably, what, 6 months, a year ago? When I came down here? I've never been this far back. There's a house over there. There's an interesting thing. Let's go check this out. Oh my God, look at this thing. This is like ancient with moss. I don't know how old the tree is, but there's this. Yeah, I should do rubbings, you know, and that's a big thing. I mean, like, if you look at some of those over there, I mean, those are ripe for rubbings. I'll tell you. Some of the other ones I was just looking at that I couldn't read, there's no way you would get a rubbing. it like probably froze. That's desecration. I should burn that. Oh, did you really just say that? We have a mimicker over here. No, it's a grackle. I can't tell what it says at the top. It looks like a heart of some sort. Mary Elizabeth, consort of A.J. Thompson, a daughter of John and Lucy Tabb. She was born Mecklenburg County, Virginia, December 10th, AD 1817, and died March 13th, AD 60. That's quite a monument, guys. And then there's this one. Holy moly, this looks really ancient. Campbell. God's finger touched them, and they. Can you make that out? And they slept. God's finger touched them and they slept. That's quite cryptic. And considering this monument in this group of trees, we do a spin around 180. There's another Campbell. 1816 to 1865. And Martha. 1818 to 1879. Wow. All right. So now I'm getting back into the older part. This one's actually been broken. And some of this, I feel like there are fissures in the actual monument itself, and when it freezes here, water's in it and fractures it. This is John Elliott Scott. Scott is an old name in this county. Samuel Coleman Scott. Oh my goodness. Boy, they look at all the words. This is crazy amount of, I mean, can you imagine having to do cursive and do this amount of cursive on a stone monument? That's absolutely crazy. But in love, in memory, there's 3 of them in a row, practically identical. I guess we should look at the date of death. Or were they triplets? If I'm not mistaken, this says died at age 16, June 1858. Yeah. My mom is pointing out, concerned citizen mom is pointing out that there's a house like right across the fence line. Born 1835, while on the way from Alabama to his home in Texas on the, it's apparently been defaced, but I would guess on the Trail of Tears. I don't know when that happened. And apparently it's been, no, they tried to repair the fracture. They put some concrete in it and covered up the writing. But November 1852, this is 1858,
What?
and this is 1859. It was in communion with the Methodist Episcopal Church South, and from the cheerful response, blah, 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 in memory cherished, spotless, and pure, this tablet consecrated to the memory by the Father, in the hope that when read by his brothers and sisters, that they may, like him, choose the pathway of virtue and piety. How about that? Samuel Coleman Scott, rest in peace, brother.
Look at those branches been broken.
Well, Mom points out a Sasquatch topic. Look how this has been broken. Obviously fell out of the top of the tree. Let's see if we can find where it fell. And that's a cedar. I hate cedars. I'm allergic to cedars. It looks like it came from right there. That looks like a place where it would have fallen from. I would not attribute that to Sasquatch at all. But it does appear to have not been here for more than several months. It's still, even though it's all dry, I mean, cedars are like that. And it's got some other tree growing up in it, whatever that is, that trash tree. But that's a huge cedar. The stories it could tell. All right. So we've reached the boundary over here. Let's go check the fence line and see if we can find any footprints. I know you guys are still here. I haven't been looking at the comments. Yes, blue flyer. You can see. Oh, we have Jenny Jones in the house. I'm guessing you're not the popular one with the TV show that is no longer being produced. But I love you just the same. Oh. Okay, basically when I scan a fence line for footprints, I look, especially in a rail fence like this, I look for dips in the rail. Because they can walk over it, but if there's a dip in the rail, that means there's likely to be a damn footprint somewhere nearby. Yeah, this is all kind of thick. This looks promising. Something has been coming across here, but it's old. This spot's a little bit lower. there's no open trackways. So this is a farce. There's even a piece of galvanized pipe in the ground right there. Yeah. Yeah, they probably had to replace a piece. Let's go around. I'm looking for where this goddamn thing came from that chased me down to my other site. Now, there's been people tracking around here, clearing limbs a while back. Don't get too far away. Okay, there's what I'm looking for. Right there. Right there. That's what I'm looking for. This ding in the fence, that's either a tree that fell across it or something stepped on it or put its weight on it. There is way too much leaf litter to figure out what happened. Now, you look at the way that wire is bent, that, I'm all for debunking myself. There's a fucking tree sitting right there. A tree obviously fell down and hit it. Okay, so that is not what I'm looking for, but that's exactly what I look for. Oh, here's a big one. Totally took out the pole. The whole thing is bent over. No signs of a down tree, except for 180 degrees behind me. Tree cut up and stacked. That's also probably deadfall or storm damage. Let's take a look. Well, there's a whole pile of shit right there. You hear that? Yeah, well, Mom said she heard a bird. That's a good thing, because that means that there are still birds and stuff in the area. Now, I found some wet stuff. Let me step out of it. I'm gonna look around. Hey, man, this is how to spot. I mean, you don't have to go far from your house, and you look for some of these things that I'm looking for, and you're likely to spot a footprint or something like that. I told you guys I was done with that, but this fucking thing followed me from here over to my quiet little spot and totally screwed that whole thing up. I have no idea what this is. It's just, I guess, shit that wouldn't fit in the ground anymore. And they put it over here, but I can't see the fence. Well, let me get up here. Looks like the fence is pretty well intact. There's no trails. Ugh. That was wet as wet. Nope. Stirred up some mosquitoes. All right. This wet runs over this way. And that looks like basically a trail. But it ain't big enough for a cryptid. This whole thing is wet. There's a print, but it's small. It's small, it's deer. So the deer have been moving right through here. That's probably where the deer went when we showed up. I see that. Sometimes there's shit that shows up on camera that I can't see. Somebody make a comment. I got both hands full. I want to see the comments again. I'm not seeing any large track. Okay, I just heard a deer bounce off over there. There's a deep impression, but it's not a track. Okay, I'm not turning my back on this location. I am not zoomed in. Let me make sure I'm not zoomed in. Yeah, I'm not zoomed in. There's one reason there's so much water here. They have a drainage pipe. Holy crap, a trail you could drive a truck through. Hey, move over here. I don't see any warning signs to stay out. And for those of you on the live stream, I don't mean warning signs like cops say no admittance. I'm not seeing any of the warning signs. We're all good. Woohoo! Woohoo! That was me. There is a bend in the fence right there. I'm going to take this opportunity to pull my pants up after I bent over a few times. Don't get distracted. The fence runs up this side, down to the corner. There's a low spot right there. I'm right here. Move around. Mom's complaining about the mosquitoes. I don't have any mosquitoes right here, but I also don't have any track. Something has been scooting underneath this fence. It is something low. It's got it pushed under. Oh, it's got it pushed completely through. Yeah, I'm right here. See me now? Okay, this fence has been completely annihilated. Something ran through right here, and something ran underneath. It not only dug a hole underneath, but it went right through. And dinged this pole. That's probably where it was tied. I don't see the tie left where it was tied up, but that's probably where it was tied. It hit it hard. It knocked it down for a bit, and it is getting dark. I wanted to get down in here and check this fence and see if any damage was done to it and see if I could find any track, because whatever ended my orb sight relaxation and findings for you guys came from here. It was the one that had the V-shaped track at the heel. I will not say his name, especially on this ground. We're working our way back out.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta put my cigarette in my pocket. All right, I can put my light away now. Thanks to HBO Matt and Nomad for that.
I forgot to say a white thing right down there across the fence. I don't know what it was.
Did you hear that?
I stepped on a stick.
No. Something in the woods over there said, Jack. I'm not Jack. You're not Jack. Somebody said Jack.
We know Jack. I know Jack.
I don't know Jack. But,
Tell that Turkish lady's boyfriend.
I guess this was too impossible to fix. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty impossible to fix, but anyway. With one hand on a camera and one hand on a beer, it's kind of hard to fix that. There's 2 in a row, 3 in a row. I would say something hit this damn fence. Something hit this fence hard and knocked all those caps off. Now, there's more cemetery over there. I didn't know that existed. That says Beecher. But that looks like a child's footprint. I don't care what anybody says, that looks like a fucking child's footprint. But that could be 2 doe tracks that followed each other in step. Front foot, then back foot.
They don't cross a fence like that.
No, but they'll walk along the fence. And if they did jump across the fence, whatever was chasing them may have run into it like that. I'm not seeing any prints on this side. Okay. So we've done more than a 180. This looks like an expansion area to the cemetery. There's no signs saying private property.
Oh, wow.
Those look like plastic flowers right there. Somebody just tossed over the fence. Probably came from right there.
That's newer over there.
It's hard to understand why they have gates. Hey, sissy.
Just walk.
R.I.P. 2016. Yeah, this is obviously an expansion.
Going way up there.
What time we got here? Okay, I wasn't seeing you guys' comments flop up. Blue Flyer, you are so welcome. Vet Tech Kimmy, thank you for showing up. Where'd you go? Oh, Jenny Jones. Okay. No, they're not all up there in Georgia. Vet Tech Kimmy. Um, I have discovered. Oh, this is terrible. No, I'm guessing I should remove the dead. Doesn't smell like flowers, but maybe they. Okay, I'm gonna lay it back down. Maybe they laid it back down so it wouldn't fill up with water and breed mosquitoes. Okay, checking out. This fence line looks phenomenal all the way around. Okay, so I guess I'm done with this. This is a newer edition, and I don't know, maybe it just doesn't have the history of the other side. So concerned citizen mom is wanting to go check out the one on the front corner. It looks fairly new. Sorry about the bouncing, guys. Yeah, I really need to invest in some equipment, but I'm lucky to pay my bills every month with the work I'm doing. Fraidy cat contractors get down to the end of the job, they don't want to spend the money. Oh, 1992. Husband and wife, I'm guessing, married December 31st, 1947. Died 1992 and 2014. Oh my God, that was a long time to live without your husband. Bless you, Ruby.
What he
Bless
had?
you, Charles.
Yes.
This area doesn't seem to have any damage whatsoever.
Yeah.
In fact, there's some area right in the front that I didn't realize. So I'm gonna head back over to the older section. There's a virtual pathway. It looks like somebody didn't run a wheelbarrow up here.
It's nice over here. It's newer.
Still no tracks. No fence damage here. Now, the place we're going next, I would love to show you guys an up-close view of what Sasquatch calls a gate. Oh hell, my battery's fixing to die. I better end this live stream and get plugged in. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll see you guys later. Everybody say goodbye, and I'm gonna have to go charge, and we'll get back to it. I don't have my portable battery. Somebody borrowed my truck and lost the damn thing. So I'm gonna finalize this while I still got 4% battery. Okay, guys. We'll see you shortly.